What's up, y'all, man? West of the 110. We back with a special episode as everybody's seen overnight what happened in Venezuela. Uh, America struck Venezuela and supposedly has been reported allegedly. Well, I won't say allegedly, it's been reported by major news streams that President Maduro and his wife were excavated from Venezuela. What's up, yo? What's the word, man?
Man, what's going on, man? Top of the morning, top of the morning. Yeah, man, wild times, man. Look like we didn't went to war overnight, man. Early morning, I think they said about 1 o'clock in the morning Eastern time, man. The U.S. struck Venezuela. It was a large scale strike. And they actually went and struck Venezuela and took the president and his wife and flew them out of the country.
Yeah, that was reported. He got his wife out of there and along with the president. For a lot of people who don't know or been paying attention to those politics over there, that they have another president they want to put in power. So, it's a lot of stuff going on. A lot of people think it may just be drug wars or drugs being, produced there, coming over here. Eventually, no, it's more than that. Like I said, pop-up episode. We early morning. I'm out here jogging, so we outside with it. But anyway, yeah, man, it's a lot of stuff about to go down. What do you think is going to happen to some of the Venezuelan citizens here in America?
I mean, I'm definitely expecting to see some type of riots. I mean, some form of protest. I mean, definitely going to be going down. I mean, it could be. I mean, that's what I'm thinking, man. It could be some type of protest going down soon. I mean, it's literally. I mean, this after morning. I mean, certain areas will definitely see more of it, though.
Yeah, you're right about that, man. And it's just crazy. We were, like you said, you had mentioned we were potting last night. Got off the air a little bit after 10 o'clock. And I want to say that's sort of around the time these attacks probably were finna take place or had already started.
Facts. Really, what? Yeah, it even on the major news outlets, the intel they had to have to successfully carry that out and take the president is phenomenal.
Yeah,
they would have had to have some very detailed intel to precisely carry out the strikes and get the president and his wife.
yeah, and so with that being said, man, I really want to know what's next. Especially over there. Are they going to continue to attack Venezuela? I mean, are you going to show the world like what's the real cause behind it? Because a lot of people are still behind President Trump doing it, saying that it's stopping the flow of drugs from eventually making its way into America. Because if I'm not mistaken, one Democratic representative, he had made a statement saying something like, why is President Trump, sending the military to attack some of these boats coming from Venezuela with drugs? The drugs aren't coming to America directly. Basically saying like they're going somewhere else, but a lot of people say eventually it comes to America because America is a money market for drugs. You got a lot of drug addicts here.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. And that was like the primary reason why they were kind of, messing with Venezuela. It's a couple of months. The Venezuela issue, if I'm correct, has been going on for a few months.
Yeah.
And I think Donald Trump had actually been threatening this for a while.
Yeah, so he said it's time to take action, I guess, and he did it overnight, just like how some of the U.S. lawmakers come up with new rules and laws. They do it late at night. I don't know if people pay attention to that.
Yeah. Actually, I think we were talking about that last night. We were talking about that last night on last night's episode. I think it was mentioned how they pass laws overnight while we be sleeping. I mean, this goes hand in hand with that. You know, they went and struck Venezuela overnight while people were still catching Z's.
Yep, that's real talk. You know, and people need to stay woke. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people waking up to this news, which is not a shock to me. You know what I mean? But like I say, as far as what goes on next, especially here, I mean, a lot of people may be worried about us going to war with a country like Venezuela. As far as power, I will say I don't think the Venezuela military has the power to stand against U.S. military, but they have some strong allies like Russia, China, Cuba, if I'm not mistaken. Um, so I want to see what this brings about from other countries. But I will say this: some people here might be worried because a lot of the people who came in through the Biden administration south of the border were Venezuelan migrants. So you got a lot of them here. So, like I said earlier, should people be worried about that? What you think?
I mean, that's a good question. I mean, what are the other world leaders going to do about this? Um, you think it's going to get I mean, I assume it's going to get the same response as the Russia and Ukraine situation. I don't think it's that extreme, but I mean, we struck Venezuela and captured the president and his wife.
Yeah.
So I definitely think that alone is going to warrant, some type of big reaction, uh, from other world leaders.
Yeah. I think um, I think there's a bigger purpose because some people may not see that. If America puts its nose in the business of other countries like Venezuela, like I say, it's not just the drug wars, it's also other political strategic stuff trying to be worked out. So, me personally, just my opinion, just like in other countries, when America helps flip a democracy in another country, a presidential party, it means more than likely the person they want in there is going to be a good affiliate of them, and that's what America wants because of the resources Venezuela has.
Facts, because I know Venezuela got a lot of oil out there, man. So that may be the prime target here. Should be masked under other pretenses the whole time. Like, yeah, they might want that oil out of it.
Yeah, you're
Wouldn't be.
right.
Oil is, especially now with all the shit going on under the Trump administration. They really might be eyeing that oil like we need that.
Well, they really might be, and some people don't realize the importance of oil. Some people be like, "Damn, what's the big deal of oil? I know you make a lot of things with it." No, oil, if I'm not mistaken, this is some knowledge I got from brother Cool Daddy Milo, him being an oil refinery specialist. He said that when you cook it at different temperatures, you get different things. You can make gas at one temperature, lipstick and other shit at these temperatures. So basically, it's a product that's cooked at different temperatures that produces so many different things.
Right.
Hey, what's up, Argonauty? What's the word?
Can you hear me, Murph? Hello?
Gotcha.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, all right, now I can hear you guys. Hey, what's happening?
Man, what's going on, man? Welcome to the show.
Yeah, man, this is wild. I woke up this morning like you guys hearing about this. Yeah, they've been planning this for a while. So, he declared Venezuela a terrorist state. That's why that was the justification he was using for blowing those boats up with no evidence. So, yeah, it gives him a lot of leeway to do a lot of stuff that he wouldn't normally be able to do.
How do you feel about that as far as like I asked Joe earlier about a lot of Venezuelan citizens being here who came in illegally from the Biden administration. You know, should Americans fear a retaliation from them here, especially since a lot of them were allegedly from that gang, that Trend their Agua gang or something like that?
Oh yeah, I mean, like, I don't know if it's gonna be like anything that you would expect from like say Middle Eastern terror or something like that. But they're here. They can withhold labor. They can do all kinds of stuff. So yeah, there'll probably be some retaliation, but I don't think it's going to be anything that we have to worry about as far as like sacrificing people's safety or anything like that.
Now, do you think this is going to take some of the spotlight off of the fraud allegations going on with the Somalian community in Minnesota, and possibly that spotlighting other child care facilities, everywhere, even LA? We see a lot of Hispanic ran child care centers that have no kids.
Nah, they're getting a lot of your Trump is getting a lot of mileage out of that. So I don't think he's gonna back burner that at all. He's gonna put this as a jewel in his crown, and still continue like going after all the other immigrant parties. So yeah.
Well, I see the comments on social media from some people commenting on the videos of the U.S. attack in Venezuela. People are saying, Trump should get a Nobel Peace Prize for this.
Yeah, that's right.
That's some backward shit.
And that's what I was like, wow. Like, and I'm trying to figure out what are they saying? Maybe because him removing that president, and I'm pretty sure you're familiar with that Argonauti, that other person they want to get in power as president over there.
Yeah, Juan Guaido.
Yeah, so I wonder, is it because he removed Maduro and they put this guy is more than likely finna be sworn in probably today or tomorrow, whatever.
Well, anytime a country has a natural resource that America wants and they're not willing to give it to us, however, at a price we want, you can expect that there's going to be some kind of regime change going on. They're going to get some freedom one way or another, and that's what we're seeing right now.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's sort of like you see other countries, people who do that. The state of Israel, they when they want something, they take it. America, will you say they have like the same tactics?
Who, America?
America, Israel, and other states Israel's, not America's not a state, but like places like America, Israel, like Russia, these places that just, if they see a resource that they want, they take. Is that something in the norm nowadays?
When you have the bigger stick, you can pretty much make the rules. So yeah, that's exactly it. And we've seen that historically, like as long as I've been alive.
Yeah. So I just want to know what's going to come up out of this next, because you got a lot of stuff going on. Like you say, this Somalian fraud stuff, which just took millions or billions away. Now that's one state. Now, matter of fact, real quick, what do you think about if Kamala would have won and Tim Walz would have been the VP and all this fraud shit going on? What do you think would have happened in that situation?
It wouldn't have gotten as much. It wouldn't have gotten as much attention as it would under Trump. Trump is like the ugly face of politics, so people feel comfortable, criticizing this kind of stuff when it's under him, because it's an easy win. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. Hey, yo, what's it looking like in Arizona? Because I know Arizona is a Republican state, us being in California, a Democratic state. A lot of shit look different. Like, what's it looking like out there as far as towards President Trump's decisions on certain things?
Arizona, just like shit. I mean, you get mixed opinions on Trump, like to actual people you would interact with. I would give it probably a clean 50-50 or 60-40 split in conversations about Trump. Majority of people I talk to don't really agree with what Trump does. But Arizona has different portions of people, right? So depending on the section of the state you are in, you're gonna get a different reaction about Trump. So where I'm at, I don't genuinely run into people who, support Donald Trump. Here and there.
I get you. That goes to a question
I
I
mean,
had asked last night.
I'm gonna keep it unfiltered. You know, mostly be the white people. Uh,
Yeah, true.
you know,
That's
mostly be,
true.
but not even all the white people support Donald Trump. So like, you know, if you go like Mesa, Scottsdale, or Chandler, you know, that's they for Trump. You know what I'm saying? Like I stay in South Phoenix, so like ain't too
Yeah.
many Donald Trump supporters in my area. You know what I'm saying? So uh,
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I know majority of the Caucasian race in California, well, Southern California, majority of them are like Biden supporters, you know. And I will say this: you have a lot of black people who are slowly, uh, turning to Trump supporters.
And if you look at the voter breakdown in California, Murph, it's surprisingly a lot redder than you would expect from a state, especially in the rural, not the rural areas, but the farmland areas.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like the whole state has actually been trending to the right for a couple of years now. So I wouldn't be surprised if in the next couple elections we might see the state going for a Republican.
Yeah, I think so. Um, and like I said before, I said this last night. Some people need to get out of that get out of being a blind hypocrite. You know what I'm saying? Some people agree now with 70 to 80% of the decisions President Trump is making, and they still want to verbally express their dislike for him over the little 20% of stuff that the decisions he's made that they don't like.
Right.
It doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? I said you don't have to like a presidential campaign candidate to agree with some of the policies they implement. And as a black man in California, I know you know this too, Musgrave. We worked a lot of jobs and shit like this here in LA and LA County. And it's like you work good jobs, you good worker, you put in the hours, but you never get ahead. You see other people getting ahead. Hell, I even worked for a school district where they had a receptionist. She told me she was here illegal. She don't have papers. And I'm like, how the fuck are you working at a school district?
Yeah, they're supposed to do background checks, right?
So I mean, well, that's the thing. When you have just like in the Somalian case, when you have people who come in the country from the same country who come from somewhere that has nothing, then they get here, they look at us stupid, like you guys have all the opportunity in the world to fraud and make millions, but you don't do it. So that's why they do it. And they only look out for themselves because we smart enough to know we don't get deported. We go to jail for life.
Right.
So that's how I tell people to look at, especially black people, when you look at stuff from other countries. Fuck all that sympathetic shit. Forget all that. A lot of other people have come to this country for years trying to feed off the sympathy of black folks. Oh, they'll take you in, move to their community. You don't have nothing. You'll find somebody who will let you, sleep in their garage or their backyard till you get on your feet.
Yeah,
Shit like
absolutely.
that. Fuck that. Why don't we start doing that to our own people? How many black homeless people we see out there, or you may even know, that need a helping hand, but you won't give it to them?
Yeah,
You know?
exactly. They
So
live 3 or 4 people in the house too.
yeah,
Helping get their weight up and stuff. So of course, like a couple families in the house, as a matter of fact.
yeah. So you gotta, you gotta, you gotta think about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I will say this: religion has fucked a lot of black people up. I'm not saying don't believe in somebody. Wherever there's creation, there's a creator. This I believe. Do I believe there's a God? Yes, there is. But you got so many prophets and so many other people that people call on and shit, and they don't even pay attention to their own life. Like you need to pay attention to what helps you and your family out. Some people give all their money to a church and don't get nothing back. So
Yeah, right. Especially like you're giving your tithes, you're giving your offerings and stuff, and when the time comes around, it's like, oh, I need some help with rent. I need some help with groceries. You know, I'll pray for you.
Yeah, fuck that.
We got less building. What's the word? What's the
All
word?
right. How y'all doing this morning? And yeah, the church is
Oh,
notorious
good.
for that. You done donated all your
They-
money, and now they want to pray for you. I should have kept my money in the first place and paid my bill.
That's right.
If God got
Real
the
shit.
church, he'll keep the lights on.
like real shit. I tell some people, man, it's like look at what's going on now. You know what I'm saying? You got too much BS going on, but it's a lot of stuff out of your control. But the stuff that's in our control, a lot of people, especially women, some women disrespect their boyfriend or husbands all the time. Don't even realize it. When they have an issue, they don't even ask him, you know, or something like that. They go right to on their knees praying to God. God help me. Why don't you ask your man or husband for that $40 you need?
Why don't you go get a job and earn you some money?
Or do you know what I'm saying? Like I've even told some of my musician friends this before. Good guy, he got an album out right now, good song, my boy Phil. Like I told him this back in the day. I said, Phil, you know, at one time music was slow. You know, a lot of people wasn't buying. We were still in it. And I was telling them, I said, you know what, just keep grinding and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to work at it because whoever you pray to, they're not going to bless you if you just sitting on your ass being lazy. I don't give a fuck who it is. Oh, no, I'm going to just keep praying and praying. Nothing came about till he finally got a job. Then he saw things start rolling. I said, see, sometime the answer to your problem, you have it.
Yep. The answer lies within you already.
So that's why a lot of people don't make it because they have the tools, but they choose not to act on it. You know what I'm saying? Like I seen so many homeless people at MacArthur Park when I worked down there for the city back in the day that had PhDs, but that was sitting there smoking crack. Like for real. One dude showed me.
Oh yeah, everybody smoke crack. Shit, I mean, it's not just. I
Well, I don't know about everybody.
No, I'm just saying at one point, every crackhead, it spanned across all different demographics. It wasn't just poor people who were hooked on crack. It was people who were doctors, lawyers, and educators. They also got hooked on crack. So every crackhead was not a dummy, you know?
Dallas Cowboy players.
True. Some of these people had careers prior to their drug abuse.
Yeah, they did. And matter of fact, hell, you believe it or not, you've heard stories over time, many doctors who were heavy drug users and shit.
Yep.
We worked with pilots that were heavy drug users.
Oh yeah, man. When we worked for the airlines, you know how many pilots we seen get walked off the plane for being drunks and drug addicts?
Yep.
Some of the flight attendants used to tell me that they did coke just because it'd be out of their blood system in 3 days. They didn't have to worry about it. Real shit. That's why I tell anybody, don't ever marry a flight attendant. You know, if you single, have your fun with them, because them chicks, they get banged more than shit. Karuchi Tran. Shit.
Damn, not Karuchi Tran. Why you have to put that like,
really? Hey, you know, funny story about that is I just read up the other day is I guess the ex Dion was with not Shador and their mom, but the other lady. She was friends with Karuchi, and supposedly she was telling Karuchi she's not dating Dion. I never do that. Karuchi was telling her that, like I'm not dating him because that's her friend, you know. So he was like, so she was like, oh, I'll never do that, basically. But at the end of the day, she lied when she saw her on TV with Dion. You know what I'm saying? So that go to show you, like, man, come on. You're going to get with one of your best friends, man, ex. You know what I'm saying? Like me personally, I don't do no shit like that. But hey, to each his own.
He's a high value man.
I mean, prime time shit. Hey, people forget. They talk about prime time now, but see, if you had the honor of watching prime time play and seeing his interviews after game, prime time was that nigga.
Yep.
Deion Sanders was a great player. People tend to forget that.
He's
It's
the
what
best quarterback I think I've ever seen. Shit.
I would say that. Honestly, I would say that.
Look, I
So
watched it live. I saw it. So it's not
and
like I just saw the highlights and the videos. I saw the man play. He was the
yeah,
best
you
fucking corner I ever seen.
watch the shit live. Best and like some people say, some of the best are multi-talented. Jordan played two sports. Dion played two sports, baseball and football.
Yep.
So that when you say he's the best, he could arguably be the best at that position. Um, while you're on football, some football players decided to get into politics. Lawrence Taylor, Priest Holmes. Well, Lawrence Taylor, he was a friend of Donald Trump. I guess Donald Trump, and put him in charge of some position like health and basically athleticism, some shit like that. But nothing major. But Priest Holmes, I know y'all remember him from his
Yeah, he was
political
playing
stuff a
for
few
San
years
Antonio.
ago,
I mean, for Kansas City.
Kansas City. But he was
Yeah.
also a big supporter of Trump's first run, and he was running for some kind of position. Wasn't it in Texas somewhere?
He's from Texas, so I mean, it's possible. I just don't. But he's not from the Houston area. I think he was like
Oh, okay.
somewhere towards San Antonio or some shit like that.
Yeah. Hey, Argonauty, what you think about that, man? Do you think some of these sports players need to stay away from politics, period, or what?
I mean, if they have a good political grounding, no. I mean, just because you play sports don't mean you're an idiot. But there was a guy, I'm not a sports guy, but I'm a politics guy. But there's one football player who got into it a couple years ago with AOC, and he schooled her politically over some political strategy that they were working on. I wish I could remember what his name was, but no, absolutely. If you have the political acumen, if you have the smarts for it, yeah, for sure. Keep going. But if you're just like somebody who like just has an opinion and, not backed up by any information, yeah, that's anybody. You should stay out of politics.
Yeah, I agree with that. There has been some former athletes that became successful politicians. Mr. Kevin Johnson, who was the mayor of Sacramento for a while. I don't know if he still is, but he was the mayor of Sacramento. He did a great job up there. I think he was part of the reason of Sacramento getting that new stadium up there. So heard a lot of good things about him. Got a chance to meet him a few times when we worked for the airline, standing in the jet bridge, and spoke to him a few times back and forth going to Sacramento, LA. Real nice guy. Not that tall. I mean, he was a little two inches taller than I was, but I said, damn, this is the guy that dunked on Hakeem Olajuwon. Then I said, hey, it's possible. I done caught a few 6'8" guys sleeping when I played ball. So hey,
I think you were sleeping when you dunked on him.
I got proof. I got video, so I ain't gotta lie. I tell everybody that they be like, well, I guess you was lying. Well, I got video and showed it to people. It's so old that I had to find a VCR to put the damn VHS in.
Oh man.
Like real shit. And they was like, hey, I tell you like this. If you're not sure about something, don't bet. Because everybody I showed that video to had to hand over $50.
Oh man. 6'8".
Hey, I tell a lot of people that's why I preach health. I play soccer my whole life. That builds up your legs, man. That shit got me ready for every sport. You know what I'm saying? You get a lot of guys who play football. All they do is get in the weight room, get their upper body all big and got these little pencil legs and shit. You know what I'm saying? Nah, it was vice versa. My lower body came first, then I worked on the upper body. Shit, man. I didn't even know I could. What you say? Shit, hey, I'm squatting over 1,100 pounds. So shit.
You put 1,100 pounds on your back?
Hey, a squat. Well, not a squat, the leg press. My bad.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say you a bad man. You squatted 1,100 pounds, shit.
Now, the most I have squatted was 750, but that was like shit last year. I'm pretty sure I could do a little more now. Well, I probably won't even try.
Jalen Hurts squatting 600 pounds, so shit.
Yeah, well, see,
just because you're
I'm a little bigger than Jalen Hurts.
I don't know about all that.
Like, how big is Jalen Hurts?
About what,
Like,
6
what's
foot?
it?
About
I think
what, 200?
he like 5'10", like two. What I think like 220 or something like that.
Easy. That's what I'm saying. He might be.
Shit, I'm dropping weight now, but shit, hell, my heaviest point, shit, at what 6 feet 240 something. That was at one point. I'm down now though. Shit, I'm
That was
like
fat. That was
195.
fat. That was fat back then.
Nah, that was beer.
Yeah. Straight up. I
That
remember
was
the video. Yeah.
that was beer, man. But I tell people, man, it's the beginning of the year. Get that shit up off you. You already see what's going on. If America then attacked Venezuela, you might be limited to some other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Groceries
Yeah.
um,
Obamacare premiums went up.
went up. Other shit. One good thing about California is the ninth district. I don't know. I tagged some people in that on Facebook, but they changed the law. Well, they banned the law that's been over California for years of open carry. So they're waiting on it to be ruled. I think the end of this month, sometime this month. Basically, California put a restriction on the Second Amendment, the Constitution, where you can allow open carry. They said you cannot have open carry in a state like California in any county that exceeds over 200,000 people. So that's 95% of the state of California.
But look, the Constitution doesn't say open carry either. It says right to bear arms.
Right to
Now,
bear arms, true.
so you got to specify with, what context or what does the entirety of that mean,
Yeah. Well, let me see.
And I think each state defines that on their own. So you have a right. They can't just ban all weapons, but they sure gonna control who have them. Cause like I know California gun laws are way stricter than Texas. And New York has some pretty strict gun laws too. So I think the Second Amendment just prevents the government from banning all firearms.
Yeah, yeah. The ninth. Let me see. Yeah, that was the Ninth Circuit federal judge who ruled that the ban on California, ban on openly carrying firearms in California was wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't.
Unconstitutional or what?
It, yeah, it was unconstitutional. They said it's unconstitutional because they allow openly carry is basically right to bear arms. They don't. I mean, same thing is what they're trying to say. Rights to bear arms here in California. They took it away by restricting it, saying that if you're in a county that has over 200,000 people, you're not allowed to utilize your amendment. Which where does it say that in the Constitution?
So it's an open carry. So what about a concealed?
A concealed?
Yeah.
You can well see, that's one thing already. You have the right in California to have a concealed weapon.
Uh-huh.
Your CCW.
Yeah.
But it's steps. They already have that. You got to go through the steps, but they want to make it a process where it's an open carry. And part of the restrictions in California would be you'll be allowed to have your gun on your hip in a holster openly where people can see it, but you won't be able to have one in a chamber. You have to have like your clip in your other pocket.
Oh, that's stupid. I mean, we
It's
got open
better.
carry down here, but it's not that.
Well, that's part of the
Yeah,
restrictions
what's the
if it's
fuck?
passed.
What's the purpose? That kind of defeats the purpose.
Not really. Well,
I
right now
got a
you
gun
can't
on
have it
my
at
hip.
all.
I got the gun on my hip, but I have the clip in the other pocket.
That's wild.
I mean,
What y'all?
so you think criminals gonna follow that same tactic? They'll go. I'm finna go rob him. Let me go put my clip in my gun.
Smoke, boy. Hey, you do that if you want to, nigga. Shit.
Right.
Yeah.
You just go get your gun took. Give me that gun too.
Soon as a nigga you reach your clip out here, yeah, out in Arizona especially, yeah, you out of there. You out of there. Like, yeah, you gone. You gone. you gonna don't do that. Because in Arizona you can carry one. You ain't got to have a clip out or nothing. Yeah, you fuck around and find out. Don't do that, man. Don't do that.
Well, that's one of the restrictions that's going to be if it's passed, if it's stayed. Like you say, like I say, California is going to appeal it. We all know that. But I would say this: some of the people running for governor may want to think about that. That might be their key to getting that seat by allowing people to have that.
I mean, because like just being from Arizona and the gun laws we got here, that's wild.
Morning.
That's wild. You could buy an AK out here when you're 18 years old. You can go
well, see, y'all in Arizona and Texas, y'all been having that privilege for years. You know what I'm saying? And it's fucked up out here. Only state on the West Coast, I believe, that's allowed to openly carry like that is the state of Washington, because they have a lot of wildlife. So every other Democratic state, it's like you're on your own. And look at the police response time in these states. You know, shit, I know you know about that Argonauty shit being in SoCal. You call the police, shit, it might take them 5 to 10 minutes to show up, and the station is around the block. So I vote, me personally, if that came down to people voting on that, I'd vote yes. Let us have that shit. Everybody here ain't a criminal.
Yeah, they don't want to come anywhere near Watts and Compton. So especially around here where the projects are, no, definitely not.
Only time you see people around there, Musgrave, who are not black, is if they're looking for some white shit, whether it's a white drug or some chick to put some white spit on his cock. That's about it. That's the only time. And you know, people don't realize how sick it is. I met a guy working for the city, gave him directions, and I seen him later that day. He came back smiling. He said he found the location, but I said, man, you must have had a good time. He said, man, I'm from Iowa. I didn't know all you needed was at least $5 or $6 here to pop off when you wanted to. And I'm like, what do you mean by that? And he told me, man, I just got, you know, some of the best, you know, head from 2 women over here on Skid Row for like $6 a piece. I said, man, you are fucking crazy.
Okay, so we got a good look at
that's lit.
$6 a piece.
That's sick.
Skid Row, bro. You playing?
That's sick.
Skid Row.
Man, well, I mean, something gonna change. You know, something got to change. I mean, what do y'all think about them wrapping up a lot of them cats down there on Skid Row and sending their ass to the military?
How you gonna send somebody to the military?
Well,
without their consent? Or
look what China did. Look what China did years ago to their drug addicts. Well, that's the thing. And see, that's another thing. We talked about this earlier, about people gotta get back into realistic thinking. Everybody want to open up arms and take care of everybody else when they doing bad they damn self.
Yo, they didn't release the picture, just an update. Trump released a picture of the Venezuela president on the USS Iwo Jima after he got captured by the forces. Hey, they tripping. This nigga Donald Trump. They released the image of the president handcuffed, blindfolded, and shit on the plane.
Damn, handcuffed and blindfolded. They finna do something to him. Sexual, probably. Vibes of a melanin queen. What's the word?
Did you like the papers?
You still got your mute on? But that is fucking wild. That is fucking wild. I wonder what's gonna happen now, man.
Grand Rising.
What's up? We're just going over the breaking news of what happened today. You know, some people still sleep, don't even know what's going on. Who was, you know, in the words, drinking some of that gin last night, and they don't know what's going on. But you know what though? Argonauta, you know about this, man. Specifically, people here from Venezuela, if they were to get caught now by, say, ICE, with America attacking them, do you think it's no question they're going right back now?
Back to, oh yeah, absolutely. They're going straight back to Venezuela. Well, you know, before now they were sending them to that prison in El Salvador, weren't they?
Yeah, Keycott.
Yeah.
You know, going to Keycott, and some of them say, well, see, a lot of people got scared because they thought they were staying there their whole life. No, but they said some of them were going there, staying for 2 or 3 months. Then they were being sent to their country of origin. But the few that get out of there, they say, oh, it's hell in there. They don't feed you. They whooping your ass every day. He said, these are the guards. So, and, you know, I'm like, well, I mean, hey, a lot of people tend to forget. If you come into a country illegally, you broken a federal crime.
Yeah, they
You
say
know?
you can't be illegal on stolen land. You can literally be illegal because that's the law.
Yeah. You know, and look at what the Somalis are claiming now. They're making outrageous claims allegedly online. They saying shit like, oh, Abraham Lincoln had Somali blood in him. Like Abraham Lincoln. You know, now their daycare has been broken into, but the police have investigated and said what they claim was stolen hadn't been touched. So like, what the hell is going on?
Down.
Hey, turn that shit down.
I'm turning down.
Yeah, they've been given a lot of leeway under more liberal administrations, and you know, I'm a leftist guy, so I can say like without, you know, question, they've gotten away with a lot.
Yeah, a whole lot. Now, you know what? Vibes of a Melanin Queen. What's your perspective on that? Because we see a lot of child cares here in California and other states. You know, many different various people run them, black, white, Hispanic, whatever. But this stuff that's going on in Minnesota, where you got people talking about they taking care of kids, and obviously from video they show parents being kicked back money, you know, being a part of the scam. Like from a woman's standpoint, what do you think about that?
Um, I don't know what to think about it because it's just like it's crazy that they were able to get away with it for so long. But then again, you got to think about how this country is ran. It's based on money, so it's like you got money, you can get away with anything. To be honest with you, and then especially if you're illegal, you can really get away with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and that's crazy. That's just like I've always said. Me and Russ had that conversation. I always found it weird. Maybe Argonauti, your opinion on this. I've always found it weird that somebody can be here illegally, go to a law office with money and say, I need you to represent me to keep me here. And by law, everybody's entitled to legal representation in America, even somebody who led to be known that they're here illegally. What do you
Right.
think about that?
I mean, it's true in the American system. We all deserve our day in court, but it seems wrong that we extend that courtesy, but no other country would extend that courtesy to somebody being illegally in their country. They would get them out of there.
At all. They real talk.
They're
They don't even give them
they're
a
abusing
chance.
our, I want to say kind. They're abusing our system. So
Well, that's just like the black community. A lot of people come here and abuse the black people's kindness for weakness, and black people fall for it. Like I said earlier, how many people we know from the 90s, 80s that then knew an older person that had somebody staying in their yard or in their backyard or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like till they got on their feet that wasn't black. They don't even do that type of shit for their own people.
We are too accepting. We are. But we don't. The crazy part about it is we're not that accepting of our own people. Like, if you understand what I'm saying, we give everybody else love and brotherly love and our kindness, our respect. But when it comes down to our own people, we don't show that same energy
At all. At all. You do crazy shit, and I will say this: like I've always thought that
and you
was
know,
weird.
actually, I'm thinking a big part of the reason probably that we do have this thing going on in Minnesota is because we have been so accepting toward these people, and you know, they've been able to come over here because of policies that our ancestors put on the books. And, you know, at least now that we're starting to separate ourselves from these people, normally this would have been lumped in with black crime. You know, they would have put this on us because they're dark-skinned people. So on one hand, we helped them get over here and facilitated it. On the other hand, at least we are distancing ourselves from it now.
Do you think we're too late at that, or we should have? I mean, we're not too late, or this is something we should have done years ago?
I feel like it's something we should have done years ago. We should have, you know, closed off our community for everyone else except for ourselves. We give so much of ourselves to everyone else.
I think I lost the audio.
Hello? Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah. Y'all here? I got y'all. I hear y'all.
Okay, all right.
I'm here.
Somebody lost
Yeah.
audio.
Yeah, that was Argonauty, my boy in Watch. You know they don't get good signal in the ghetto over there.
Oh no, you didn't.
Oh, shit. Somebody stole the router.
Hey, what'd you say?
Somebody ran
Motherfuckers,
out with the modem. Some damn crackhead disconnected the modem.
Hey, what'd you say, motherfuckers in Watch is still what'd you say, Argonauty? Motherfuckers in Watch is still stealing antennas and shit, huh?
Proper.
like real shit. And it's got to the, you know what's so crazy, speaking of that, like you see some of them older drug addicts in your neighborhood who've been doing it for years, and it's at the point where they not even smoking to get high no more. They say they just do it because they so used to doing it every day, they needed to get by.
To get even.
Mm.
Yep. And, you know, they say that first high is the one that's the high they chase for the rest of the time they smoke crack.
Rest of it, well, they all say that, and majority of the men say they got hooked on it behind a woman who was smoking cocaine.
Well,
hey,
isn't that how it go? Hey,
I mean,
bite this apple. No, just playing.
No, it's not.
I mean, hey,
who gave
you
that
might have a
pipe
point.
to that woman?
Bite this
Don't
apple,
do that.
Adam. Don't you worry about
Don't
that.
do that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Go ahead and bite this apple if you want to.
Adam say you are looking kind of sexy over there. Let me
Yeah.
bite this apple.
Yeah, I know what apple he bit. Shit, it wasn't no motherfucking fruit. And that's the misconception. People think it's about a fruit. No, Adam wanted that pussy she was throwing, and he got it. Like real shit.
Oh man.
So they should say Adam bit the peach, not an apple. See, that's what he did.
Wouldn't that be some shit?
Like, man, but I say, I mean, real talk though, man. So I mean, but at the end of the day, man, it's a lot of shit finna jump off. Like I say, last night, like I said, we was on air last night. I went on late when the shit jumped off with Venezuela last night, and it's kind of crazy because, like I say, it can happen at the blink of an eye, and it's just the start. Yeah, I say yesterday's show was basically 2 days in, and we already got a lot of stuff going on. And look what happened at the end of the show. So, look at all the terrorist attacks that were planned and that didn't go through because they unfolded before New Year's. So there's a lot of stuff going on, man, and people not paying attention because some people still don't watch the news.
Oh, a lot of people don't watch the news.
It's nothing wrong with it. Like, you ask my wife, I tell my kids, hey, put on the Channel 7 news. Yeah, you ain't gonna watch shit else. Just let it sit on the news. You know, some breaking news pop up. You want to see what it is.
Oh yeah. Oh, look, now you done fished and crossed over. When it just sits on the news station all day long, that's old folk behavior right there.
Hey,
that's my old folk behavior. When the TV just sit on CNN all day, you old.
Well, I ain't saying nothing about no damn CNN.
Well, you're getting close. You're getting close. Like you ain't watching nothing else. Just let it stay there.
Let it stay there. I mean, cause shit, you know, if you got anybody with small kids, shit, the TV stays on YouTube and all kind of shit all day.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, so Like,
I
get off
remember
that
watching
shit.
the news and keep watching YouTube shit.
The same shit or the same short on TV that keep replaying. Like, oh, turn this shit. Yeah, man. But I wonder how is this going to heighten the security for police? You know what I'm saying? For some people, police departments here over the country in different cities and states with this going on, with them knowing that you got a lot of migrants in this country from other countries who hate America. And ain't that crazy? A lot of them fight to get over here. As soon as they get over here, they talking about death to America. Or
It's like a
I've always,
double-edged sword. We got all these freedoms, but the freedoms also what cost us.
yeah,
You know,
yeah, that is true. That's just like a job. Some people look at jobs when it's time for a new contract or new bids. They want to see it's time for a raise. Okay, we're gonna give you $3 more. Yeah, everybody happy. But what are you taking away from us? People don't pay attention to that.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah, some of them
like,
union contracts are diabolical when you look at them.
yeah, real shit. Working at the airline. I remember back in the day. Everybody was trying to get to a major airline, the contracted airline we was working for. We're trying to get to the main line because they offer free medical benefits. But I guess the employees over there wanted more money, which they got it. So they got $5 more. Big win. But now you got to pay for your own medical. One
Right.
lady said, "Man, I was paying she said a check, like 500 a check for me, my husband, and her 2 kids." And I'm like, damn. A check. I said, look, if y'all paying that much money, I'll be at the doctor every 2 weeks just because I'm paying for this shit.
You gonna give me every drug on the counter.
Everything. I don't give a fuck if I got a hangnail. You gonna give me something to, get that little rest of that little piece out of something. Shit. Like, man. Shut up, dog. It's the best time to get out and walk, man. I'm out here walking, a little wet outside, quiet. Nobody out here but this drunk that I'm just walked by laying on the ground. It's just it's peaceful. People need to pay attention to the streets too. Like I say, it's a lot of shit going on right under your nose. Remember in Ohio, the guy that had those 3 women chained in his garage for 10 years or some shit.
I remember that. Yeah.
And the black guy they interviewed said, "We eat ribs with that guy." So you never know what's happening right under your nose, man. Especially down there in
What
Texas,
kind
man.
of ribs were they though, Murph?
Yeah, I wonder. Did they? Did he have a? Like, damn. Now that you say that, was it somebody else there who wasn't?
I saw this TikTok a couple of weeks ago. This Mexican chick was talking about a Hispanic lady who cooked up people and were selling them as tamales.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So yeah,
Wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't be surprised at all. But like I say, man, I just wanted to pop up this morning. I got up to a few calls. Yogi hit me up. Actually, did I hear the news? Partially did. Well, on my way to sleep last night, but as I got up, so that's why we got on here with this. Say Saturday morning, a lot of shit going on. People get ready for last week of NFL tomorrow. Last week of regular season, Texans Colts game, big game. It's a few games today. I think Rams, Seahawks, and Tampa Bay Bucks and Carolina today. Both those games have playoff implications. I think it's win or go home for one of them. But y'all could check out Yogi's show tonight on Third Quarter. They on Be Live Saturday night with the sports and stuff. Yeah, man. You got anything you want to say, Argonauti, before we get up off here, man?
That's it. Just keep informed.
That's what's up. What about you, my boy Russ? Look at this, man. You see the taco stand set up out here? Early in the morning, they got the chicken stand set up.
Yeah, they're gonna set up rain or shine.
Look at this, campers and shit. This is LA. See, I tell people, look at LA. Look, this is the middle. This is the main street right here. Look at this shit.
I don't know because I'm down here by the Alameda. I want to say the Alameda corridor. For a long time on Alameda, they had campers all down the street, and like I think a month or so ago, no, 3 months, they finally sent in people to like with bulldozers and got rid of all that shit, and it hasn't been back yet. But every so often, all those campers and stuff start coming around my neighborhood too. So yeah.
Yeah, well, they ain't gonna do nothing about it. You know, it's just gonna continue to get worse. You know, but shit, man. Yeah, we gonna get up off here, man. I hope everybody enjoyed it Saturday. What's up, brother? Happy New Year, man. Hope everybody enjoyed it Saturday. Thank you for joining Argonauta Yogi Vibes of Melanin Queen Russ. Like I say, Mondays we live, been off getting some stuff gathered, but y'all stay tuned, man. West of the 110, real talk don't end. Just take a break.